don't go to agriculture if you are not willing, because it might totally disappoint you. But ukichaanza ni kama hobby. To me ni kama hobby.
You enjoy doing it.
You know, kuna wakati nachukuaga torch naenda kwa shamba usiku just kuangalia tu. Nicholas Mine. This is our place, this is home now.
Okay.
This is where I come from.
Okay. Umeishi for how long?
Oh, several years, over 20 years. I do a little bit of farming, a little bit of kibarua. Generally, when we came here, it was just a flat bare land. We located we came here from Nyeri.
Okay.
This is ancestral part, ancestral land.
Okay.
When we came here sometimes back in 1999.
Okay.
There was nothing here. We have
just bare land.
Bare land. We have to fence and make the trees. The place.
So it has been years.
Years to make the place the way it is. So it is not the best.
Yeah.
But
I like the canopy.
It takes a few years to generate mahali kwe kitu mzuri. I was in career. I was in accounts. After venturing 1 or 2 areas, there was no good rip on the coins. And with the introduction of the computer world, the companies, business people have started doing everything online. It's very little paperwork. So I strictly decided to come back home and at least start from scratch. You see, in agriculture, I'm now combining the accounts I did and the few aspects nilisoma when I was in business on the milk industry. As I incorporate all those into now agriculture. What I can encourage the youth, there is soil everywhere. You can farm anywhere. You don't need to own a land for you to farm.
You use what you have.
You use what you have. There's those other guys who use the gunny bags. There are others who use these vitu za simiti. Sinaona? You cut them into two. Then add the soil and a little bit of manure. Then you arrange. You can either make 1,000 of. This is a very big piece of land. So what I can encourage the youth, whatever you farm, it's money. Now this is where I want us to start. We've started with the small things. So that this is almost now like, what do we call it?
Mixed farming?
No. The research part of it. We want to do small portions, so that we can be able to tell the better crop. I'll first of all introduce to you. This is onion. Of course, it's hybrid. It's 1 month now.
Which type of onion?
It is now called Jamba. It is Jamba F1.
F1.
Jamba F1.
Okay.
I have transferred. This is now 2.5 months.
Since you planted?
Since niliweka kwa seedbed.
Okay.
Then I transplanted it here. Then it is 1 month old. It will be here for the next 75 days.
Okay.
It will be ready for
harvesting. Okay.
We are encouraging people to go the hybrid way because in terms of production, you are not going to have you're going to have between 80 and 90% of whatever is on the ground will reach the market. Because this now, we had other types of onions. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to
spoil further.
To spoil the company.
Okay.
Strictly you go the hybrid way because what you want is to reap the best.
Yes.
And the most F1s don't disappoint you. Will not disappoint you because even if you are on a small scale, you're going to get something. This is only 10 grams.
Okay.
No, it's only 50 grams. 50 is a sachet of 50 grams. It will be enough for at least a portion of 2 plots. Size ya plot mbili.
Okay.
50 by 100. It will be enough for 2 plots. And on proper maintenance, it can give you almost to half a ton of this.
Okay.
Doing it on not maximum, not on average.
Average,
because due to lack of resources, we are not able to give the crops the intended nutrition. But you can be able to get half a ton. So with simple mathematics, half a ton times an average of around 80 shillings. You can see it's a small portion,
Yes.
but can give, but
Quite a
it
lot.
can give you something.
Yes, yes.
So we can encourage even those who have small farms. You can just do just a small portion, and you still get
something.
Now this is planted in columns of maybe 4 or 5. Then you make we call them beds. You unatengeneza beds so that you don't. So this is one bed from here to
Okay.
here.
Okay.
You leave a space.
Yes.
And the other one you leave a space.
Okay.
Maybe
So
you
you can
cannot
pass
be
in
able
between.
to get the actual picture because it's a bit small.
Okay.
You can see now after a month, it has started forming the bud. Now here we have a small portion of tomatoes. This now is also a hybrid type. It is called Ansel F1.
Okay.
There are so many types of tomatoes. We have Maxi. There's so many, but we prefer this one because once you put it on the ropes and the sticks, it can climb up to almost 4 feet.
Okay.
4 feet. And you still start reaping the tomatoes. Like now this stuff, maybe after the next 2 to 3 weeks, this will be ready.
Okay.
Then you can now see the other forming. Others are forming here, and there are others forming like this flowering. This will climb up to
That length.
that length,
4 meters.
4 meters.
Yes.
And on proper farm or proper, we call it irrigation, and you cultivate it nicely and use at least the proper knowledge. One plant like this can be able to give you an average of around between 7 and 10 kilos
Okay.
of tomatoes.
Yes.
So
Just one.
Wow.
just one. This portion,
Okay.
that portion from there to there is only 200 pieces.
Wow.
200 pieces. To the spaces of 2 by 3. From low to low, it's 3 feet. From a plant to the other, it's 2 feet.
Okay.
And this small portion, on average, we have said between 8 and 10. If you average from the lower side of 7 kilos per one plant or per one seedling, you can now get the figure
Yes.
of kilos you can get from only this
From
small
all
portion.
this portion, yes.
So, assuming that the tomato will go for at least around 50 shillings per kilo, you can now see that small portion, the amount of money it can give you.
Yes.
So you multiply 8 times 200 times 50.
Wow.
This small portion is around, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's almost 9 by around 5 meters.
Wow.
9 meters by 5
By
meters.
5, yeah.
That is enough for 200
tomatoes.
200 tomatoes.
Yes.
And this purely on the rough draft. We can call it the rough draft.
Yes.
We are planning to do this on a larger scale.
Okay.
Maybe an eighth. Then from eighth we graduate to now a quarter. I'll just pick one. You can all see that black spot. That is a major problem. It's a fungal
Okay.
infection. You see? You need fungicides to be able to maintain this problem. What us farmers are able to spray only lasts for a few days. But before you are actually able to detect that there is blight, it has already destroyed it.
That's right.
Another problem is some pests. I'll be only able to trigger that. You can see there is a white something. We call it a white fly.
White flies.
And this is something that is very dangerous because
They
the
even
chemicals,
attack flowers.
the chemicals that can be able to eliminate this are very hazardous.
Okay.
And we as farmers, we are the first consumers. You don't expect me to go and get that toxic and come and spray the tomatoes just to prevent those. So what I'll do, I'll stay with that thing until harvest. Whatever it is left, ndio mimi nitafaidika naye. Because one thing we are having, it is some of the compounds that we are using in farming, or are used in farming, are very toxic. And since us are the first consumers, hata kama mtoto wangu atakimbia pale kuta hakuna chai jioni akitoka shule, atakimbia hapa kwa nyanya achune 2-3. Don't expect me to spray those chemicals and my kid. So that's another challenge.
Have you ever thought of using organic pesticides?
No, because we have other people who talk of organic pesticide, but they are not able to tell us the actual measurement. You see, wanasema tushanganye sinjui nini na nini na nini na nini. Inakaa tu kama miti chamba. By the end of the day, there is no dosage. You see that you get a prescription 2 times this times, you see. But on those things, you are not told.
The measurements.
But we use other means because since this thing has introduced itself, I'm going to get a yellow paper. Hii karatasi tu ya nylon ya yellow. Nitatafuta oil. Ordinary oil hii ya gari. Nitapaka hiyo paper. Then nitaishred ikuwe kama nitaikata ikuwe kama kale ka kitu tunaona kamewekwa. The do not cross crime scene.
Yes.
So you'll have to hang it after 3 lines. You'll hang it the ribbons. Now you hang it from that post to this post, then from that post. So these things are attracted by the yellow
color.
The yellow color. So katakuja tu kajishikilie cup hakataweza kutoka. So that is the only way we can be able to eliminate this thing, the white fly. I've generally reserved this portion for another tomato, so that nikianza kuharvest hii nitawekelea ingine hapa. The place is not prepared, but I usually like that place to stay that way, so that when nitakuja cultivate, everything will be mixed up with the soil.
Okay.
And I might necessarily not cultivate. I might also decide to use the principle of zero tillage.
Okay.
Kwanza nishimbue machimo, nikuje ni scratch, then nishimbue machimo. You see? Once the crop ime establish vizuri, hiyo nyasi yenye nilikuwa nimekata nitaweka hapo chini.
mulching.
kama mulch. Then kulima nitaweza lima baadaye.
Yeah. I find many farmers these days prefer that method.
Yes, it's now currently the best because you maybe like let me bring you closer home. You see this portion? There's nothing you are doing on this portion. So when we dig this portion, we expose the soil, and we only need this portion. You see? So you can just come here on this bare ground, just slash it, use a big fork, the fork jembe, make a hole almost 6 inches, a diameter of 6 inches. Go and get your seedling. You put the manure, maybe you got some fertilizer. Then at the center of the hole, put your seedling there. It will take time for these quails to come to that portion. Yeah. And in case umefungika mahali unalima tu hapo kwa you leave this other portion, it is not necessary.
Yes.
That is called zero tillage. I myself would prefer small portions.
Yes.
So you have this portion, ikifika flowering unaekelea portion ingine hapa. Then ikifika flowering unaekelea ingine pale. Okay. So you can be able to supply tomatoes at least in a span of maybe 6 or 7 months continuously before any break. See what I was telling you. Now this is almost now.
Yes.
It's almost now ready.
Yes.
We're talking about some eggs.
Okay, so
whatever is left, you can feed on 1, 2 or 3 chicks there.
Okay, so which breed of chicken is this?
This is officially kienyeji. Kienyeji type.
How many do you have?
Around 7. Another venture ambayo ni profitable ni matunda. And ina depend na variety yenye mkulima anaweza choose. Like sasa sisi waga tumechoose avocado. So you can see there are avocados everywhere.
Which kind of avocado is it? Hass or?
This is hii ni ile ya kienyeji, ile ya zamani ya kienyeji. It's very sweet. Na inakuwa kubwa. But we have hii sasa ya this has you cannot see. Though haijakoma. Okay. This tree alone last season wakati nilikuwa nakupatia it gave me between 10 and 15,000.
Wow.
Because for one we usually retail it at 10 shillings. So if you get 2,000 fruits, you can multiply by that figure, you get, you see?
20K.
That is exclusive of zenye zimetumika kwa na zenye umepeana kama zawadi kwa watu. By the way, avocados haribu mimea yenye unapanda chini. Because you can see I have nimeweka kitunguu tu hata hapo chini. And again unaweka matunda yenye ambaye yandamane na hiyo.
Okay, so which one is that?
Hii ni ile tunaita yellow passion.
Okay.
Kale katunda kana kuwaga very sweet.
Very sweet.
Nika creeper. So katapanda huko juu. Na the fruit itself kana kuwa very delicate. The tedious themselves huwaga zinaharibiwa sana na jua. So the fruit can only thrive under a shade.
Under a shade like this one.
So when you put one tree like this, unatafuta mmea mwingine wa kuandamana na huo mti. So utarip mara mbili.
Yes.
Another crop that unaweza tumia pamoja na the avocado tree ni the purple passion. Okay. This is also a creeper.
Okay, yeah, we can see the passion there.
So kama hii sasa ukishikilia kwa nini kwa hiyo miti you not require supporters. Itapanda tu kwa miti.
Okay.
So kama time utavuna avocados and kama times utavuna sasa hizi.
Okay.
Hii na maintain price.
Okay.
Annually. Hakuna haikuagi chini ya 100 kwa kilo.
Okay.
It usually trades between 150, 110, 120 per kilo.
Okay.
Na huwa haitochi. Hata yellow passion haitochi. na avocado hazitoshi. Hazitoshi. Hapa ni mahali pa kutafuta nini? Pa kutafuta kitoweo. Hapa tunatafutaga nini ya ugali. Hapa tumeweka tumagaro kidogo. This is my wife's premises. Yani nimempatia kitu kashamba kidogo.
Kulimia chakula.
Pale tuko na cabbage. Hiyo ni cabbage tumepanda hapo. Itakuwa ya domestic na kidogo tutauza. Na huku katikati it is always good to unaweka mimea ingine. So tunaweka mahindi na unatapanda mboga alafu unaweka mahindi katikati. In use of intercropping. So to make good use of the land.
Yeah, they support each other.
Yeah, they support each other. Hapa sasa hizi sasa unaona hizi sasa tuna harvest. Hizi tena ni chakula ya ng'ombe kesho. So hii yote nitatoa. This is where the onion heads. We started with that portion, that far. This portion. That is the extent 50 grams zinaweza ingia. And this portion inaweza nipea between 60 and 70,000 on a good leap. Hapa sehemu tu kidogo. Hapa tumepanda viazi. Hii ni viazi. Saa hii iko na 1.5 months of age. Na maybe itakuwa tayari the next 1.5 months. Nika sehemu tu kidogo kwa sababu begu naye tukuweza kupata begu vizuri.
Hapa ni kama debe ngapi zitatoka? Hii
ni debe tu moja. Lakini unaweza toa about 5 debes hapa. So hata ukitumia debe 2 unaweza peleka kwa soko debe 3. That is why I was saying with good timing and a good timetable. Now this potato will meet a vacuum market. Market itakuwa hakuna viazi kwa market. So kama tungeweza kupata begu na large scale tulime vizuri, it is an area that can give you very good results. On a proper timetable, viazi unaweza wekelea mara 4 kwa mwaka. You produce viazi wakati kuko na matope. Sasa hii viazi itatoka wakati mvua ni mingi ndio itakuwa ready. Sasa kwa market utakuwa hakuna viazi. So that is why we are doing this. It is now also a practical. Ni kama practical sasa tunafanya. Ndivyo tukiona ime excel vizuri, the next time tutakuwa prepared na tufanye space kubwa. This is another avocado. Na pia tumepandisha the creeper.
I can see the creeper from kule.
You see? This is now the creeper. Sasa
you even see the fruits all the way
huko juu. Sijui kama kamera inaweza chukua hiyo matunda ikiwa juu. These creepers. Unaweza pata zile matunda unaona pale. Lakini ziko off season. I admire miti ambaye ni matunda. To me, I admire that because hiyo miti itanisaidia na matunda na nitaitumia na matunda ingine. Pia nitakuwa nikitengeneza hewa hizi. What they call the carbon credits, whatever. Na ukiwa una miti mingi, kama unaweza panda miti 100, hiyo miti pia utalipwa kwa carbon credits. There are those guys who do that. Sasa hapa ndo tumewekelea sasa viazi ya msimu wa mvua sasa. You can now see the potatoes germinating. Tunapanda in you see? Yes. This is where we have put the potatoes now for the season. You can now see the difference. You can know that the age of that portion and the edge of this portion. This is a very considerable, there's a very considerable difference between the two.
Yes.
Sasa hii inaweza kosa pesa ya kutosha kwa kila mtu atakuwa na viazi. But ukiwa na uwezo uwekelee ile ya pale mbele utapata lipo mzuri kwa kila mtu akiwa na viazi. Usually a debe retails at around between 300 and 500 shillings maximum. Lakini ile I'm guaranteeing hapo nitapata ngiri moja ama ngiri moja 200 kwa debe. Na sitaenda kuuliza mtu aninunulie, watajilete. Christmas time, wale watoto wakikutembelea unaweza wakatia miwa. Also part of a fruit.
Which product is this?
These are hay seeds.
Okay.
This was also a part of farm income.
Okay.
These ikifika ni wakati hay inatoa mbegu, we usually harvest for selling. Okay. And those people come and buy the seeds za kupanda juu ya kupandia ng'ombe zao. Okay. So this can be used for market.
For market.
Yes. Tuko na animals, tuko na ng'ombe, lakini ng'ombe tu kidogo. Tunafanya pasture, tunaita pasture zero grazing. Zinakula alafu zinatoka kidogo kumanyasi na kupumzika. Kwa pengine ka space kenye unaweza ziweka ni kidogo.
They need to move also.
Unazimove na zilete hapa zinakulia hapo. Ni vizuri kwa sababu sasa whatever retro unapata kwa shamba kama hizo maize stalks will be used for the animals. Zile cabbages zinabaki unapea ng'ombe, kama ni nyanya hizo zinabaki unapea ng'ombe. So in sort of a cycle. So maneno ya bolea hatuendi kutafuta. So ukiangalia hapa utaona hii akabolea kako hapo. That is very ready for kutumiwa. Na hiyo ndo nimetumia kupanda hiyo kitunguu mumeona hapo. Okay. Na hata sijamaliza. Hata sijamaliza.
It's very good.
Hii ni hoho.
Imeanza kutoa tayari.
Wanaziitaga the capsicum.
Capsicum. By the way, can you tell us the difference between the green, the yellow and the red capsicums?
Kuna difference. Kuna variety ambaye inatoaga the green. It stick to the green.
Like this one.
Yeah, like this one. Lakini hata hii ikikaa turns red.
Yes.
Ikiuva mashua ina turn red. Lakini kuna ile specifically
which is red,
ni red na ni
yellow.
Okay.
Na kuna ile ambaye ni yellow na ni yellow. Hata tukiingia hapa imeanza kutana.
Yes.
Naona imeanza kutana. Sasa hii nilipanda hii around 6 months ago.
Okay.
Na kasemu haka nimetoa pesa ambazo sitakuambia, lakini ni pesa mzuri.
Okay.
And that is what inspired me to kuweka portion kubwa. Hii ilikuwa 160 pieces.
Okay.
Na kuna yule mama ambaye hukujia hizi hoho. On average anakujiaga around 7 to 12 kilos aka portion. Na anakuja after every 10 days to 14 days. Anakujia. Currently, this stuff is going at around between 60 and 70 shillings.
Okay.
Na unaweza ivuna continuously for 8 months.
Okay.
And after 8 months, unaweza sasa kuikatia hapa. Unaweza kuikatia hapa. Ina rejuvenate tena. Naona sasa huku chini inatoa. Sasa kama hii ingekuwa imeisha, nakata hapa. Inatoka tena. Then ina extend tena for another 4 months. So this crop will be here for a whole month, a whole year. 8 months, nikate the top, rejuvenate, iende miezi ingine 4. So kwa mkulima mwenye anaweza taka kulima, this is the best stuff. Na hoho kama hii 5 pieces inakuwekea kilo moja. 5 pieces inakuwekea kilo moja. This piece is only about 2.5 months old. Naona unaanza kuvuna. So it's another good venture. Hata hii tumeweka kwa trial. ikikuwa tukiona ina returns mzuri na tuchaona sasa, we intend to kuiongeza sasa ikue an eighth. Because tunataka kutoka sasa kwa every item we have studied, tunataka ikue eighth. Ndivyo sasa ikifika that magnitude, utakuta sasa utaweza kukuja ulete customer ama mwenye anasoma umwambie hii inakaa hivi, na akute wakati ina harvestiwa, aone ikiharvestiwa, so can be able to get a fair view of everything. Hii haina challenges mingi, hata si kama nyanya. Hii haina hiyo challenges mingi cause pre-harvest interval kutoka ku harvest mpaka hii nimekwambia ni 10 days 10 days to 14 days depending na venye utaipea maji. Na pia hii market yake inakuwa ni throughout. Iko na consumers wadogo, lakini market yake huwezi meet market ya hoho. Hapana. As per venye nime research. And basically this is what it is, one of the crops I want to indulge in. The hohos, the tomatoes, and the onions. Hiyo kitunguu nimepanda mara ya kwanza. Hiyo ni kusoma tunasoma naye. So after that tutaweza sasa kujua, lakini hii I'm guaranteeing this is the best way. Agriculture huwa tunasema ubenefit consumer, ubenefit huyo middleman, na pia ubenefit a casual worker mmoja. Kwa Mungu hiyo atakubariki.
It's true.
Because kwa hiyo kamea kataajiri watu wengi. Sasa kama hapa nilikuwa nimeweka drip. Hii ni mfereji ya drip hii, na ndo ukaona nilikuwa nimetengeneza hizo lines na hiyo machimo ya the drips, hii spacing, lakini nikaona niko na maji mzuri ya overhead. So badala ya kutumia drip nikaona nitumie sprinklers. Kuotaka ukiangalia sasa hii area inaona imepigwa maji vizuri. Kwa sasa huu mmea unataka maji sana kuliko mimea ile ingine yote. Hoho unataka kukue extremely moist. Na hii haijafanyiwa kazi. Nitakuita wakati imefanyiwa kazi ukuje uone. Kwa sababu hoho hazijapandwa venye zinastahili. Unapaswa kutengeneza laini 4 jia. Sasa kwa hizo laini 4 una mulch. Hoho mulching is a must. Cause kwa hoho unapaswa kuingiza kidole hivi kwa mchanga hivyo iishie. Kwa sababu tumizizi yake ni tudogo sana na ni a very high feeder. Naona hoho kama hii within 3 days hii hoho itakuwa size ya hii. So the chemistry involved ni lazima hiyo mmea iwe inakula sana. Ndivyo hiyo hoho ifike hapo. So mwenye atakuja kuvuna sasa atakuja avune hii. Na akivuna huaga wanaguza, hebu kuja guza hii. Ukiguza tu hivyo, ukijaribu kufinya kidogo utasikia ni ngumu kidogo. Ukifinya haka utasikia ni soft. That's the difference. So they come for the hard thing. I've started doing carrots lately. Video ya kwanza sijaweka ingine. Nilikuwa kwanza nimepanda pale that side. Nika overplant. Nikiweka nikaweka mbegu zikachikana sana. Sasa hii itatoka vizuri.
So what happened to that place after you planted?
Just because nilizipanda sana wakati zimeingiana sana, ikakuwa ni kama zikatoka zikiwa clumsy, ziko nyingi mahali moja. So kalitoka tudogo. Tutaenda kungoa moja. Unaona kama hii haijakomaa. Nitakutorea moja. You see the size, Naona sasa hii. You can see the size, Sasa hii itatoka ikiwa color mzuri. Just because the spacing is good. there I did what we call oversowing.
Okay.
Hizi mbegu zikashikana sana. Okay. So tukienda hapo tung'oe moja. So this is where nimekwambia tume oversow. Si tumesema ati kusoma tunasoma. This where nimesema tuli oversow. Ukikuja ung'oe hizi carrots. Kama itatoka. You cannot see the difference.
Yes.
Kwa sababu zilianguka zikiwa nyingi mahali moja.
Yes.
You see? There's a very notable difference. Na ujue sasa hii iko na 2 weeks earlier. Wakati ilimea tukaona venye imemea, tukaendea mkebe ingine tukapanda. So there's a difference now.
Yeah, very big difference.
So hapa siko soko, lakini pale niko niko soko. These are some of the challenges sisi kama wakulima huwa tunapitia.
Yes,
Ukianza mumea fulani. Kwa sababu sikuwa na knowledge ya carrots. This portion is around 3/4 of an acre. Now, on a good harvest, we usually harvest around 215 bales.
Oh, that's good.
For around between 14 and 17 kilos, which is enough for 3 cows for a whole year, because it is not consuming the hay alone.
How much is a bale of hay?
A bale of hay usually goes between 250 and 350 when it is very dry. And it is good because you can harvest and store it. But to me, at the moment, I just cut the hay direct and give the animals, because I don't need to bale them and use 80 shillings for nothing. So naikatia nailekea inakula direct. Lakini nikipata mtu mwenye naitaka anakuja anakata at his own cost, ananipea ile kitu tunasikizana.
Mnapima? Okay.
Again, another source of income. Hizi nyasi huwaga tunavuna.
The seeds, okay.
Hizi.
This is the seeds you showed us.
Yeah, these are the seeds I showed you. Huwaga unaziweka mahali, zinakauka, zinajishiredi zenyewe. Hii ndio ile mbegu uliona. It is called Bomarodis.
Bomarodis. Okay.
This now you can sell locally at maybe a cheap price of maybe 400 or 500 a kilo.
Okay.
So you also make a kilo.
Okay.
And you don't require to have a big portion for this.
Just a small
Even 2 portions of 50 by 100, you can do this.
Okay.
And you irrigate it.
Okay.
And it is good ukiwa na venture into dairy farming, lazima ukuwe na kasehemu kidogo ya hay. Kama utamika catch.
Yes.
The only thing I would encourage people is to try and do something. At least try, hata kama si 3/4, nusu itoke kwako. Kama ziwa kidogo, ukuwe na cabbage hapo, hata kama ni kwa gunia. Alafu kama una space, jaribu kupanda tu mahindi. Hata kama hiyo mahindi hakuida itakusustain kwa mwaka mzima.
Lakini it's something.
Utapata something. Usiseme tumesema agriculture ni wale watu hawajasoma. Lazima utumie akili. Don't go to agriculture if you are not willing, because it might totally disappoint you. But ukichaanza ni kama hobby. To me ni kama hobby.
You enjoy doing it.
You know, kuna wakati nachukuaga torch naenda kwa shamba usiku just kuangalia tu. Na nilikuwa kwa mchana. Lakini nimeona wacha niangalie hiyo kitu.
That concludes our tour for today. I hope you learned a thing or two, and as we were exiting, Mina was generous enough to bless us with some fruits in which we were grateful for. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.